Hi, everybody. Welcome to my kids' yoga class once again here on YouTube, Miami Life Center. I am teaching from home, and I am happy to play some yoga with you. This class is sort of designed for between 5 and 7-year-olds. Actually, we can go up to 10 years old. It just depends. We use a lot of different poses with animals and landscapes and flowers and just things that kids can relate to. So if you have fun. My name is Sabe, and welcome to my kids' yoga class. I'd like to start by singing a little song that we sing before we start every class. It's really easy. So I want you to sit crisscross applesauce and follow along. We'll sing it 3 times, so that way you'll be sure to learn it. It's really easy, okay? All right. Ready? Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath, inhale really deep, and when we exhale, we're gonna say, See how easy that was? So we're gonna do 2 more of those. And I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're good. So we're going to go 2 more. Now, I say but you can say any other word that sounds right. You can say mom. You can say love. You can say peace. You can say cat. You can say dog. You can say meow. You can say whatever you want. Just one short syllable, and just make sure you say it all the way down as you bring your hands down to your knees, okay? So let's try it again. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath, See how that works? One more time. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. Good job, everybody. Okay, while we're sitting here on crisscross applesauce, I just want us to do a little bit of stretching to start warming our bodies up. So I want you to take your right hand up towards the sky, and I want you to stretch your right side body. Stretch, 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 stretch. You can leave your left hand on your right knee and push that down a little bit so we really get a big long stretch. And we're going to count to 3 here. 1, keep breathing. 2, 3. We're going to come back to the center. Roll our shoulders around, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Are you ready? Left arm goes up. Push, slightly gently push our left knee down. And we stretch our left side body. Just stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. 1, 2, 3. Come back to the center. And now we're going to do a little twist on our waist. So we're going to take our right hand and put it on our left knee, and we're going to take our left hand and plant it behind us on our mat or on the carpet where we're sitting. And we're just going to look behind us and try to keep everything else in your body facing forward. And just take deep breaths here. And come back, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side, okay? Left hand on the right knee. Take the right hand, press it behind you, and just twist around. And come back to the center. I want you to place your right hand over your left hand, and I want you to imagine that you're holding a beautiful flower, and I want you to smell it. Does that smell good? I'm going to try it again. Imagine your favorite flower. And then one last time, get a good whiff. Good job. So now let's take our hands all the way up towards the sky. Let's look up and let's bring our hands down in front of us. Yes, let's look down to the ground. We're going to count to 3 here. Try to walk your hands a little bit farther forward. One more deep breath there. Walk your hands a little bit more. Push your butt back. Walk your hands back. Walk your hands back gently. Tuck in your belly. Roll your shoulders back. Does that feel good? Okay, I hope it did. Let's take our legs and stretch them out in front of us. See my feet? Look at your toes. Start wiggling your toes. Take your hands up towards the sky, and let's try to touch our toes. If you can't touch your toes, bend your knees. Bend your knees and just bring your chest closer to your knees, and that way you can reach your toes. I just don't want you to hunch over your back, okay? Try to keep your back nice and straight. Long, tall spine. There you go. And then maybe slowly, once you've grabbed your toes, you can start straightening them out. And there we go. You should feel a nice little pull in the back of your legs. If it hurts, then stop, bend your knees again. But if it doesn't hurt and it just feels good, then just go with it. One more time, let's flex those feet, point those toes up towards the sky. Let's sit back up straight. And let's do the same thing with our legs wide open, okay? So you can't see on camera, but I'm pointing my toes up towards the sky, okay? Keep your toes pointed up towards the sky. Try not to do this forward, okay? Up towards the sky, arms up, hands down. Yes, good job. Remember to keep those toes pointing up towards the sky, up towards the sky. Yes, you should feel a nice little stretch under here too. If it hurts, remember, bend your knees. Don't go as forward. Don't round your back. Maybe stay right here. Maybe stay right here. That's good too. That's great. And then slowly, you can maybe walk your hands forward a little bit and try to keep your back nice and tall, long spine. Toes pointing up towards the sky. Maybe walk your hands a little bit more in front of you. Yes, good job. And then why don't we try walking to our right foot and say hello to our right foot. Make sure it's pointing up towards the sky. Try to keep your back nice and tall, long spines. Say hello to your toes on your right foot. And then we're going to walk towards our left foot. Yes, here we are. Trying to keep your chest forward, toes pointing up towards the sky. Make sure you got all your toes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. Okay. Forward. Take a deep breath here. And then slowly walk back up. Sit nice and tall. Nice and tall. Maybe roll your shoulders back a little bit. And then forward. and back again, and then forward. Let's try doing some soft little neck rolls. We go to the other side. Let's just make sure we're nice and relaxed and loose. And then back, and then forward, and back, and forward, back, forward, and side to side. Good job. Some nice soft stretching to get us started. Now let's warm up our bodies a little bit more, okay? I want everybody to stand up. I'm going to put my computer back a little bit so you can see more room over here. Okay, my little tricky, making sure I do everything on my yoga poses. All right, so we're going to stand up. Come stand up at the top of your mat. But I want to make sure you can see me, so I'm going to stand behind, okay? But you guys stand at the top of your mat. And you're going to raise your arms up towards the sky, feet together, and then you're going to bring your hands down to the ground. If you can't touch the ground with your legs straight, bend your knees and rest your chest on your thighs and come down. Ready? Let's try that again. Inhale, arms up. And exhale on your way down. Tuck in your belly and try to look at your knees. Okay? So once we got that, we're going to add another movement. Up, down, look up, and now let's push our hands into the mat and let's jump our feet all the way to the back of the mat. And we're going to say chaturanga. Can you say chaturanga? Chaturanga. Yes, and we're going to bend our elbows and we're going to go into our upward facing dog. And we can give a little howl here at the moon. Good, upward facing doggies. And we're going to press our heels back onto the mat and lift our butt up. And we're going into what's called downward facing dog. From here, we try to look at our belly button. We're going to count to 3. Look at your belly button. Press your heels back. Strong hands buried into the mat or into the carpet, wherever you are. And we're going to bend our knees. And we're going to jump our feet in between our hands. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Look up, everybody. Smile. Smile at me. Beautiful smiles. Now look at your knees. And now palms together. We're going to raise them all the way up to the sky. And hands to the side. Good job. So that was one of our first warm-ups. I'm going to guide you through it in the next one. So you guys, and we're going to add a little bit more movement, okay? So I want everybody to stand at the top of their mats, feet together. I'm going to guide you through it. I won't do it so you can see me and you can focus on my words, okay? Hands to the sides like a firm mountain. Really bury your feet like roots onto your mat. And I want you to rise and lift your arms up. Remember, you're all standing. Hands down to the ground. Look up at me. We're going to jump those feet back. 1, 2, 3. Chaturanga. Jump back. Bend those elbows. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And we're going to try to look at our belly button. Look at your belly button. And I want you to lift your right leg. Lift your right leg and shake it out. Shake out that right leg. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake out the left leg now. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Good job. Now bend those knees. And we're going to jump forward in between our hands. 1, 2, 3. Jump. Good job. Now try to look at your knees. And put your hands together and lift them all the way up to the sky. Hands to the sides. One more time. Let's do another silly sun dance, okay? Ready? Feet together. Mountain pose at the top of your mat. Hands up. Hands down. Look up. 1, 2, 3, jump back. Chaturanga. Say it loud. Bend your elbows. Upward facing dog. I want to hear you howl. Push those heels back. Lift up your butt. Downward facing dog. Yes, good job. Take a breath there. Try to find your belly button with your eyes. Yes. Lift up that right leg. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Bring down that right leg. Lift up the left leg. Let's shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Bring it down. Why don't we lift both legs? Can you shake both legs? Shake them. Just shake them up into the air. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Good job. Bend your knees. We're going to jump forward when I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Jump those feet between the hands. Good job. Look up at me. Look at your knees. And hands and arms up all the way towards the sky. Arms to the sides. Good job. So we did 3 silly sun dances. How do you feel? Are you nice and warmed up already? All right. So I want you to stay in your mountain pose. Stay in your mountain pose. And slowly try like you're sitting in a chair. You see what I'm doing? And we're sitting in a chair. And we're going to stand back up. And we're going to sit in a chair again. And we're going to go all the way down. So I have some cards here. And we're going to learn a few new yoga poses that we can play with when we're at class, okay? All right. So our first one, all of the poses that I chose are things that are related to the earth. Things that we see and do maybe when we're outside. And I know these days we're not outside a lot, but we will be soon. And we can always think of these things and they'll put smiles on our faces, right? They put a smile on mine. I love looking at the clouds. You like looking at the clouds? They make me feel very relaxed. Very relaxed when I think of a cloud. Because they just float on by. So let's go into what's called an easy pose. Yep, it's like a crisscross applesauce. We put our hands on our knees. We can tuck in our bellies. Take deep breaths. Just slowly kind of sway like a cloud. Does that feel good? Can you imagine you're floating in the sky? Use your hands and just kind of float. Float like a cloud. Yes, that feels really good. Okay, so that was our cloud pose. All right, what else do I love to see when I'm outside? I love to see flowers. Flowers, I love to see all the different flowers. So why don't we make our bodies look like flowers? Let's take our feet, put them together, lift up our knees, and let's put our hands under our ankles. Let's go from the inside out. Kind of try to pretend like we're a flower. Let's hold this for 5 breaths. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuck in those bellies. 5. So this is what we were looking at. A lotus flower pose. Not really a lotus. If your mommy does yoga, she'll probably tell you lotus is different, but this is a flower pose. And it works. Okay. What else do we see in the ground or makes us think of outside? Our seeds, when we plant things to bring new life, to bring new flowers, new trees, new fruits, new vegetables. Seeds. So what does a seed do? A seed has to be buried under the soil, correct? Okay. So we're going to say that child's pose is an interpretation of a seed, okay? So anytime you're tired, anytime anything that we're doing and you feel like your body got a little, it had a little too much, we go into child's pose. So we sit on our heels and we bring our chest down and we can put our hands back and our forehead on the ground. So this is a nice little resting pose. You can put your hands in front of you if you want. You can put them in the back. They're both correct, whatever makes you feel better. Put our hands, plant them on the ground, and lift ourselves up. We're going to sit back and crisscross applesauce. And we're going to do a little butterfly pose. We're going to flap our little wings, keep our feet together, hold our feet together, and flap our little butterfly wings. We can also use our fingers and make little antennas, so now we really look like butterflies. Let's flap. I'm going to count to 10. Be a butterfly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep flapping. 6, 7, 8. Flap, 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 flap. 9, 10. We got tired. This butterfly wants some water. Lower your little heads down and sip some water. And come back up. Good job. Okay, I have another pose for you. We're going to cross our ankles and we're going to try to stand up. No hands. No hands. Good job. All right, this is called, what is this? What is it? Yes, it is a mountain. Good job. Okay, we are going to become mountains looking just like this, except we might put our feet together. Okay, so let's do it. I want you to be a firm mountain. Hands to the sides. Roll your shoulders back, tuck in your belly. Yes, good job. And I want you to pretend that your feet are roots. Just like a mountain comes from the very bottom of the ocean and it sprouts up above, I want you to bury those feet into your mat. Don't let anything move you. Be firm. You can maybe close your eyes. Just stand very tall, long spine, and just breathe. Almost like a statue. Good job. Good job. And for the next pose, if you have a stuffed animal anywhere nearby or some object that you can place in front of you on the mat or right on the floor in front of you, I'm going to use my little peace bear. I want you to place one object because we're going to do a balancing pose. And whenever we start to balance, it's always good for our eyes to look at one point. Once our eyes start wandering, we usually end up falling over, losing our balance, and kind of start hopping along or shaking or just falling out of the pose. So what's going to help us is to make sure that our eyes are focused on one point, on one object. In this case, my little bear. You can use anything. You can use a shoe. You can use a sock, whatever you want. So go find something you're going to put in front of your mat. Are you ready? I'm going to count to 10 while you guys go find something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody should be ready. Okay, so this is what we're doing next. We're learning our tree pose. This is a beautiful, I'm going to say it's an apple tree because I love apples. What's your favorite tree? What was that? What was your favorite tree? Nice. Yep. Also nice. All trees are beautiful. So this is what our tree pose can look like. I say can because we can move our arms in different positions. There is no right or wrong in yoga as long as we're trying. And as long as we kind of follow the one thing that they're asking us to do to be a tree is to really balance and keep one leg firmly grounded, just like the roots of a tree. So can you imagine what a tree feels like when they're outside exposed to all the elements and the wind and the rain? They're pretty confident because they have those roots are really underground, they're really buried there, and they're not going to go anywhere. So that's what we have to envision in our brains when we stand and make a tree pose, okay? So we're going to leave little Peace Bear here. And we're going to use our left leg as our base first. And we're going to root those toes into the mat. Just really focus. Tuck in your belly. Make sure that you're nice and firm and tall. And we're going to take our right leg and maybe put it up here. Does that work for you? You can put it right here under your knee. You can put it right here by your foot. Also works. Trees look all different kinds of shapes and sizes. They're not all the same. The only thing I don't want you to do is to put it right on your knee, because sometimes we kind of lose our balance and we push our foot into our leg, and we're pushing into our knee in a direction that our knee probably doesn't want to go. So I don't want you to hurt yourselves. So you can leave it here if this is easier. You can leave it up here if that works. Make sure you're looking at one point in front of you. You can keep your hands in prayer position in your heart center. You can extend them. You can make them look like branches on a tree. You can move them around, maybe like that. You can put them up towards the sky. You can open them up like they're like all bushy tree. Maybe the apples are on your tree. You can keep them here. You can put your hands on your waist. Whatever you want. You can put your hands in prayer by your face. It's up to you. What we do know is that when we do these poses in yoga, whatever we do on one side, we must do on the other. So give your legs a good shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So make sure your right leg now are your roots. So really bury those toes into the ground, okay? Make sure that you're firmly rooted. Remember your eyes on one point. I'm looking at Peace Bear, even while I'm talking. We take our left leg and we put it up here. Like I said, we can put it down here. We can put it here. Wherever you're comfortable. Wherever feels right, okay? And remember your hands can go in the middle and heart center in prayer. You can keep them down. You can take them up. You can take one up, one down. You can switch that around. You can keep them like this. You can keep them on the top of your head in prayer, by your lips. by your heart, on your waist, on your sides. You can sway them like branches with a gentle breeze. Good job. Make sure that right foot, those toes are buried into your mat. And then you can bring it down. Good job. Now tell me, did anybody feel the difference when their eyes were wandering all over the place? How your balance starts like getting all kind of funny? Make sure you're always looking at one spot, okay? One spot right in the center, and that's where your eyes are. It's almost like your eyes shoot laser beams and they attach to that point and they become one more limb for you to hold your balance, okay? All right, good job. Okay, so now that we've learned these new outdoor poses, I am gonna call them out and I wanna make sure that you know how to do them. Ready? And you have to hold them while I count to 3, okay? All right. Flower pose. Where are my little flowers? Where are my little flowers? Remember this? All right, everybody ready? Get into flower pose. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Become a cloud. Become a cloud. Everybody become a cloud. This is called easy pose. You're a cloud. 1. You can sway your body. 2, 3. Remember what our seeds look like? Seeds. Seeds are child's pose. Everybody child's pose. Sit on your heels. Forehead to the ground. There you go. There you go. Everybody in child's pose. I have to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Everybody? Everybody? Who remembers mountains? What do mountain poses look like? What does a mountain pose look like? Yes, everybody stand, tapping your mat, feet together. Firm mountains, firm mountains. Nobody can topple you. Nobody can push you down. Strong and firm. 1, 2, 3. And now we turn into trees. Remember your tree pose. Find your center point. Find your spot for your eyes. Yes, focus on one thing. We're gonna do one leg first. Lift up the other. Find the comfortable position for your foot on your leg. Find a comfortable position for your hands. Up, center, and then in front of your lips. Maybe they're swaying. Maybe they're by your waist. Maybe they're extended. Keep that balance. Keep your eyes focused. I'm going to count to 3. Is everybody a tree? Is everybody a tree? I think so. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, you have to do the same thing on the other side. So switch legs. Tree on the other side. Remember your eyes. Eyes on one point. Eyes on one point in front of you. Stare at it. Don't look anywhere else. Just listen to my voice. Find a good placement for your foot on your leg. Find a good placement for your hands. Extend. Pretend they're branches. Keep them close together at heart center. By your lips. On top of your head. On your waist. One up, one down. Turn that around. 1, 2. Keep that balance. 3. Good job. Shake that body out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Good job. Come back down and become a butterfly. Yes, we'll be butterflies together. 1, flap those wings. 2, 3. Now we're going to pretend like our feet are books. So now we went from butterflies to reading books under trees. So I want you to pretend like the soles of your feet are books. So you want you to open up your book. Open, 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 open. Use your toes to open up that book. So if this was a book, what would your book be about? Can I tell you what my book is about? My book is about, it is about magic. That's what my book is about. What is your book about? Huh? It can be anything. It can be anything. I like it. Good job. Okay, let's pretend we're reading our book. My book is about magic. It's a magic foot book. Yes. I love my book. And I may need to put on my glasses to read my book. So interesting. I hope you guys are finding time to read a little bit in the afternoons. Reading is fun and super important. Yes. All right. Let's lift up close our book. Stretch out our legs. Shake out those legs. Shake them, shake them, shake them. Shake out those arms. Yes, good job. Does anybody have a wall near them? If you have a wall near you, I want you to try an L dog. Try to do an L dog. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like this chest of drawers is my wall. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stand our backs facing the wall or the couch or a drawer chest like this. And we're gonna put our hands down, maybe bend down on the mat. And we're gonna lift a foot back. And we're gonna lift into an L dog. That's called an L dog. And that's something you can practice whenever you're at home. Just make sure you put a little crash pad maybe in front of you, but your arms are strong. You should be able to hold it. I don't want you to hold it too long because then your wrists start hurting. But if you're ever tired or sleepy or you just don't feel like doing anything, do a little kind of a handstand. It's called an inversion. So it kind of moves all the blood around back to your brain and it just makes you wake up and it just changes your day around. All right, so you're gonna remember how to do it? If you do it by the wall, you just stand in front of the wall, put your hands down, and kind of just climb your feet up. You see? You climb your feet up and you press your feet into the wall. And then you try to straighten your legs. And if you feel confident, you can lift one leg, bring it back down, lift the other leg, bring it back down, and then come down. All right? Good job. Okay. All right. Careful. After we finish inversions, we're going to do a little child's pose, okay? Just don't stand up right away. And slowly push yourself up. And we're going to turn into little kernels before they become popcorn. You know how they're little tiny kernels? So I want you to become a tiny little kernel and really shrink inside yourself. And when you hear the bell, I want you to pop up like popcorn. Are you ready? Are you tiny? Are you a tiny little kernel? Bing! Good job. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Become a tiny little kernel. Ready, ready, ready. Good job. One more. One more. Just become this tiny little kernel. Ready to pop. Ready to pop. Good job. Good job. All right. Now we're all loosened up. We learned our new poses. If I say flower pose, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I'll tell you what you do. You become a beautiful flower. There it is. There it is. Wiggle those toes. You are a flower. And if I tell you cloud, you sway like a cloud. Yes, like a beautiful cloud. Good job. And if I tell you mountain pose, you stand up, no hands, and you become a firm mountain. And if I say tree, what do? What do? You focus on one point in the center. My bear moved, so now I'm looking over there. 1, 2, and 3. What do? You do the other foot, right? Yes. Remember, the foot that's on the ground has roots, just like a tree. 1, 2, 3. Good job. And if I say seed, what is our child's pose? Yes. Sit on your heels, arms back, forehead to the ground. Good job. And now I want you to squeeze your knees to your chest. Squeeze them real tight. Squeeze them, squeeze them, squeeze them. Like you're squeezing all the juice out of a lemon. And then I want you to let it all out. And then I want you to do it one more time. Squeeze really hard. Squeeze all the juice out and let it all out. And then one more time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let it all out. And this time I want you to stay down and I want you to let your feet open up. Let your hands face the sky. I want you to close your eyes and stay right there. I want you to close your eyes and we're going to do what's called the noodle test. You ready? Okay. So close your eyes and imagine that you, my little chicky yogi, are a noodle and you're floating in water. So what does a noodle do in water? It doesn't do anything. It just floats. And the water will take you. And all you have to do is close your eyes and relax. What does that mean? It means you don't make any effort. It means you clear your mind and you don't think about homework or distance learning or chores or about cleaning up your room or about trying not to fight with your little sister or your little brother or your big sister or your big brother. It means you don't think about anything. You just lie there and float. And the water will take you anywhere you need to go. So imagine this water is beautiful, it's crystal clear, it's the perfect temperature. It feels so good on your skin. It smells good. It smells like your favorite flower or your favorite food. Whatever's your favorite smell, that's what it smells like. And that's how you're floating. And mommies, if you're around, you can demonstrate on my little piece there. If your yogi is lying there, just come around and kind of check their limbs. Make sure they're completely limp. That's how they relax. All they need to worry, they'll be moving, is their bellies as they rise and fall with every breath. You can check their arms. Check their arms. Just really Wiggle them around. You press their shoulders down gently, just to make sure they really relax. Really relax. You can maybe rub their temples. Put your thumb on their third eye. Really help them to become a noodle. Foot massage if they're not too ticklish. Can do that. Yeah. Just let them. You can turn on the lights. If you can hear my music, I'll put it a little bit closer. Float away. Eyes closed, little yogis. Eyes closed. And slowly start wiggling your toes. Wiggle your toes. You start wiggling the fingers in your hands. No sudden movements. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to take a deep breath. Feel your belly rise and then fall. I want you to hug your knees to your chest. Hug them while you're still lying on your back. Your eyes are still closed. Hug your knees. Maybe whisper, I love you to your body because you love your body. Always need to be grateful to this body for allowing you to do so many things, especially when we play yoga. Yes, I love you. Yes. And I want you to maybe rock on your back a little bit. Still keep hugging your knees to your chest. And maybe roll to your side. And when you're ready, I want you to push yourself up and meet me in crisscross applesauce at the top of your mat. And here is where I want you to open your eyes. How do you feel? Does that feel good? Relaxing? I hope so. It's always something nice to be able to relax for a moment on your own. It doesn't mean you have to fall asleep. You don't have to fall asleep. You just relax. Whenever you're feeling a little too much, maybe chaos, craziness, too much noise in your house, just go find somewhere quiet and do a little noodle test. See if you can do it. I'm sure you can, but we'll always practice it at the end of every class, okay? All right. So I want you to sit in crisscross applesauce. Nice, tall, long spine. Tuck in your belly. And then we're going to sing a little song to say goodbye. Okay, so we're going to chant together. I want you to put your hands, like in prayer, in your heart center. It's really easy. My little light bows to your little light. Your little light bows to my little light. My little light bows to your little light. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste means that the light that shines inside of me, where my heart is, honors, loves, and appreciates the light, the very same light that's inside each and every one of you. So that's what we're saying when we say namaste. So namaste, everyone who came to play with me today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I love to play yoga with you, and I hope to see you next time. Have a beautiful, wonderful evening. Bye.